Number 76 is another dilution problem. How many milliliters of a 5 molar sucrose solution would be needed to prepare each of these solutions? So what you're doing here is you're making some solutions that are less concentrated than the 5 molarity sucrose solution that you start with. So what you do is you take some of the concentrated stuff. We need to figure out how much. You take some of the concentrated stuff and then you add some water and that will dilute it. And that's how you make these diluted solutions. So how much of the concentrated stuff do we need? Well, this is a dilution problem and we can use a dilution formula. M1V1 equals M2V2. So M1 and V1 would be the concentrated stuff and M2V2 the dilute stuff. Now we're told the M2s, the new molarities, and the V2s, how much volume of them we need. And we're told the initial molarity, M1. So the only thing that we don't have is the V1. So solving this equation for V1, here it is. And plugging in the values that we have. So for part A, the V2 is 45 milliliters and the M2 is 4. So V2 times M2 over M1, and you see the units are going to cancel. You're going to be left with milliliters, and the numbers calculate to give you 36 milliliters. So what you do is you take 36 milliliters of the concentrated stuff, and you add water until you have 45. So it looks like you would have to add 9 milliliters of water, and that would bring the concentration from 5 down to 4. Okay, so this is the total volume of the concentrated stuff you need, and you would dilute it to 45. Now B, similar problem. So you got M2V2 over M1. Units cancel again. You're left with milliliters, and the calculation gives you 15. So part C, you got M2. M2V2 over M1. The units cancel. You're left with liters this time. So the calculation gives you 0.006 liters. And we need to get to milliliters. That's what the problem asked for. So get your liters converted to milliliters. That's a simple task. And it comes out to 6 milliliters. Finally, part D, we're back to milliliters again. So you got M2V2 and M1. So plugging that in, M2V2 over M1. The units give you milliliters again, and the calculation gives you 150 milliliters.